We've reported many times about low test scores, poor graduation rates, and absenteeism. Tonight, another low grade. Good evening, I'm Kelly Dudzik.
And hello everyone, I'm Scott Levin. Now tonight the issue we're tackling is the spending that's going on in a district that projects deficits for the next 3 years. Buffalo is the second largest school district in New York State with just about 31,000 students in 58 schools. Now that budget for the district is just under $800 million.
In this 2 on Your Side exclusive, our Michael Wooten digs through a mountain of data to find out how state money is being spent in our public school system.
This is a school district that doesn't get it.
Kyle Olson founded the Conservative Education Action Group. It's long been critical of the Buffalo School District for what it calls wasteful spending. And Olson argues over the past few years, not much has changed.
To me, Buffalo is a classic case of out-of-control spending with so little to show for it.
2 on Your Side poured through the district's financial books for the last fiscal year, including more than 23,000 individual receipts and transactions from its check register and credit card statements. The biggest expenses are what you'd expect. Health insurance payments to Blue Cross and Blue Shield totaling more than $117 million, charter school payments of at least $105 million, $80 million in payments to the IRS, and more than $27 million to First Student. That's the private company that provides bus service for the district. But Olson says what troubles him most are the smaller receipts on what he calls unnecessary expenses, things like travel, restaurants, and hotels. That's where we'll start. March 6th of this year, a $1,500 bill from the Peabody Hotel in Memphis, one of the nicest, most historic hotels in that city. $1,800 spent at the Gaylord Opryland Hotel in Nashville. Outside of Vegas, it's the largest non-casino hotel in the entire country. Someone spent more than $1,000 at the Lowe's, a luxury hotel in Atlanta, and the list goes on and on. Add it all up, and last fiscal year, the district spent at least $140,000 on hotels.
The point is, these are tax dollars. These are spending decisions. Somebody is making a decision to jet across the country and go to a conference and stay at a 5-star hotel.
We wanted to see how Buffalo stacks up with other districts. EAG did a similar analysis on the Newark, New Jersey schools, another district in financial straits. It has a budget larger than Buffalo's, and yet for the 2011-2012 school year, it spent only $35,000 on hotels and lodging. That meant Buffalo spent 4 times more on hotels than a district larger in size. In order to get to all those hotels, the district racked up more than $48 grand on travel costs, mostly airline tickets. $17 grand to JetBlue, $11,000 to Delta, and several thousand each to U.S. Airways, Southwest, and United. The district also spent nearly $4,000 on Amtrak. But the most surprising number here might be $1,549.76. That's how much the district spent on agent fees to book much of the travel. Why? The district never explained. Does it surprise you that they're spending that much on travel and hotels?
Well, it surprises me because, again, when you've got a school district that has a $51 million deficit, to me, it's an example of misguided, misplaced priorities.
Finally, we'll look at restaurants. The number is smaller here, about $14,000, but some receipts stick out, including 2 meals at the Buffalo Chop House, one of the finest restaurants in town. Total charge, nearly $300. Add up all the Buffalo school spending, and Olson says New York State taxpayers should be outraged. How would you say Buffalo ranks in terms of its spending and how appropriate that spending is?
Well, to me, Buffalo is one of the worst in the country. Those are examples of broader spending problems, broader cultural problems within the school that they think it's appropriate and it's okay to spend money this way.
And here's the real frustration. Despite multiple emails, texts, and phone calls over several days, we've yet to get any response from the Buffalo School District, other than a spokesperson saying that they didn't believe the spending was out of line with what other large districts are spending. And we should point out we hope to have a few more answers because the superintendent, Dr. Pamela Brown, is talking right now about another issue. And so we hope to have an answer from her on that coming up at 6.
Because we don't know which people are staying in these hotels. Why are they choosing these expensive hotels when clearly there are cheaper hotels in those cities to choose from?
There are a lot of questions, and there might be some good explanations for some of these. They will make the argument that if you're going to go to a convention, then you need to stay where the convention is. There are certainly going to be explanations for these, but there are a lot of questions that for some reason the district refuses to answer.
It hurts to hear him say out of control spending with very little to show for it. And you are also saying that they actually fly to Albany, right?
We found lots of examples of $300, $400, even more expensive dollar round trip flights to Albany
from
instead of
Buffalo to
driving
Albany?
to Albany. Yeah,
Seriously?
from Buffalo. Yeah,
With agent fees.
with agent fees, $1,500 worth over
It's
the
not
last
hard to
year.
use Travelocity and to
Right.
log on and do it for nothing.
That's what you'd think. And again, these are questions we think that the Buffalo School District should have to answer. So we hope to have that at 6. Also, we've talked about this cosmetic rider.
Right.
Millions of dollars spent for tummy tucks and facelifts. We'll give you that updated number tonight at 6.
Excellent report. Eye-opening.
Thank you, Michael.